Texas is up next for my 2024 SEC football record predictions. We've only got a few more teams to go. I've already done Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Missouri, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Tennessee. So, like, 80% of the SEC is already done. Just a few more teams to go. This time we got Texas, man. Let's see, what do I know about Texas? They are coming off of their first playoff appearance. They returned the quarterback, Quinn Ewers, that got them to that point. You know, they lost their defensive line coach in Bo Davis. He went to LSU, my Tigers, man. This is going to be a really, really good team, though, man. I think Texas is not really going to have to rebuild much after last year. You know, returning Quinn Ewers is massive, and I think that he should take another step forward in his development. I think he'll be even better than he was last year, and if that is the case, then this Texas team is going to be very, very dangerous. They're already going to be dangerous if he is the same as he was last year. So yeah, I think the defense is going to be improved from last season. I think the offense, it might start off not as, you know, not as in the groove as it was last year. You know, that's going to be the case for every team, though. There's going to be working through kinks and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think Texas is going to be just fine this year. And they have a good way to start off the season against Colorado State, and I'm just going to go ahead and give them that win there. But week 2 is going to be a big test. They got to go to Michigan. It's going to be a noon kickoff. I think that benefits Texas, to be honest, a noon kickoff. Because if it was a night game at the big house, man, boy, that place would be rocking. It's still going to be rocking, though. Michigan, the defending national champions, they lose a lot, though. Even lost their head coach. I think Texas is going to... It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be an absolute dogfight. I cannot wait to watch this game or react to the game, because that's going to be what's happening. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give Texas a win here. I think Texas can get a win by about 10. I think it's going to be an absolute dogfight, like I said, for probably about 3.5 quarters. But I do think Texas is going to be able to, you know, pull away a little bit at the end there and maybe get like I would say a 7 to 10 point win. So yeah, it's going to be a very good win though. Then they get UTSA at home. I'm going to give them a win there. ULM, I'm going to give them a win there. Mississippi State, new head coach for Mississippi State. And yeah, I have Texas getting the win here. I thought I did, just had to make sure. And the predictions that I've already done, I've made notes of who every team, like who I've picked every team to lose to. That way, like, for example, in this one, like I picked Mississippi State to lose to Texas in the Mississippi State video. I can't pick Texas to lose in this video. That just wouldn't make sense. But yeah, Mississippi State, new head coach, Jeff Lebby, creative offensive mind. I think he's going to do good things at Mississippi State, at least offensively. How is the defense going to look? I'm not sure. I think the offense is going to be decent. It's obviously not going to be up to what Jeff Lebby wants it to be right away in year one, and especially with him being a first-year head coach, it's going to be a whole new experience for him overall. And I mean, this could be a bit of a tricky game. I don't know. I would expect Texas to get 14+ point win in this one. That's my prediction so far, and then yeah, they will have their first SEC win under their belt as a part of the conference, and they also will have a ranked win on the road against probably what's going to be a very solid Michigan team under the belt. So they start off 5-0 going into the bye week, and then they get Oklahoma. Now, I have Oklahoma getting the win here. Now, if you've not watched my Oklahoma prediction, I have them, I have them struggling. I think Oklahoma is going to be an interesting team. There's a lot of unknown about them. I think the defense is going to be good. I think the defense is going to be what carries Oklahoma through the entire season. At least until Jackson Arnold can get his feet under him, be more comfortable in the pocket, be more comfortable as a quarterback in general, and running the offense. Because, no more Dylan Gabriel at Oklahoma. And I think that this game here is going to be a game where Jackson Arnold shows out. And I think Texas is going to get, or I think Oklahoma is going to get a very close win here in this one. That'll give Texas their first loss. And then Texas returns home to take on Georgia, in which Texas fans are going to be happy with me after picking this loss. They're going to be quite happy with me. I have Texas getting the win against Georgia. It was pretty much whoever the home team was, I was going to pick to win. Because if Texas had to go to Georgia, if they had to go to Samford, it was going to be rocking. DKR is going to be rocking, and it's probably going to be a night game. I hope it's a night game, man. It deserves to be a night game. Boy, I can't wait for that one. Texas, Michigan, Texas, Georgia. Bro, 2 games I'm very much looking forward to. At Vanderbilt, man. I feel bad for Vanderbilt with this whole realignment stuff, man. I mean, they already had to play in a tough SEC. Now it just got even tougher, man. Then another bye week. So, a tough little stretch here. Not really with Vandy, but with Georgia and Oklahoma. And Texas goes 2-1. They are now 7-1 so far heading into the bye week. And then they get into a pretty tough final stretch of the season here, where they will be taking on Florida at home. And I have Texas getting the win. I would like to think that this is going to be a bit of a close game. I think Florida's going to be pretty solid. I think Graham Mertz is going to be improved off of last season. I think he can be a really solid quarterback, a really solid starting quarterback, maybe a top 7, top 8 quarterback in the SEC, which would be top half. I think Graham Mertz can be that. I think Florida's going to be more run heavy. I think Florida's defense is going to be improved. So this may end up being a ranked win. I don't know. It depends on how Florida does, because Florida has the #1 strength of schedule in the country. It's absolutely insane. So this late in the season, it may actually not be ranked, but Florida may not be ranked, but it'll still be a good win regardless. And it's a tricky one too. Then they go to Arkansas. And yeah, Arkansas, another team that has a very tough schedule. They're going to be battle tested at this point. Could be a tricky one where they slip up, going to Arkansas, noon game. It could be one where Texas maybe slips up a little bit. I don't know, but I'm not going to bet on that to happen. I'm going to pick Arkansas or Texas to get the win there. And then they go home to take on Kentucky, in which I have Texas getting the win. Kentucky at this point, I think they're going to be decent. I just don't think I know that Kentucky does not have the amount of talent that it's going to take to go into Texas and get a win. At this point, Texas does not want a second loss because they already have 1 loss. They're trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, even though if they sit at 10-2, they're still going to get in the playoff, especially with a win against Georgia and Michigan. So, yeah, but Texas not going to want to take that chance. Also, SEC championship on the line, appearance. And, yeah, there's going to be a lot going on here for Texas. And then Texas ends the season at Texas A&M. Now, bro, I've not done A&M's predictions yet. That's going to be the next video. This is top 3 for me most anticipated games for this season. Texas at Texas A&M, man. Now, there's a whole bunch of shit that's been going on between Texas and A&M in baseball. You know, with the Texas A&M head coach in baseball leaving to take the Texas job and all the shady stuff that has been going on, or, you know, coming out about that. You know, I don't think it's gonna have a massive impact on how A&M views this game, but I think it's gonna have an impact because these two teams already don't like each other. They can't stand each other. It's gonna be even more fuel to the fire. You know, if it was me and I was a football player and I seen what they did to my baseball, like to my baseball team for the school that I play for in football, man, I would have a chip on my shoulder with that one if I was A&M. You know, I'm gonna go with A&M to get the upset. That's what I'm feeling. I've been feeling that for a while, even before this prediction. Like, I've been thinking A&M is gonna get the win here. It's at Kyle Field. That place is going to be absolutely freaking electric. And yeah, I think A&M is gonna pull off an upset there. I cannot freaking wait to watch that game though, man. But yeah, I have Texas going 10-2. You know, 2 5-game winning streaks right there. Beginning of the season and second half of the season. So, I mean, losses to Oklahoma and A&M, the two teams that Texas does not want to lose to. I have them losing to, though I would not be shocked if Oklahoma ended up losing this game. Yeah, you know, I could easily swap out this loss against Oklahoma for a loss against Georgia. But yeah, ceiling for this team, I see the ceiling as 11-1. Floor, I see it as 9-3. I think it's, you know, a very, very high floor for this Texas team. I mean, their schedule was not overly bad. You know, it's not overly, you know, as in bad, I mean difficult. You know, tough out of conference game against Michigan. But SEC, you get Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, you get Arkansas, Florida, Kentucky. That's not too bad. You do draw Georgia though. You know, you didn't draw both Georgia and Alabama, so yeah, it's not too bad. I can't really see Texas falling below 9-3 with this schedule, but 10-2 is what I have them going. It would get them into the playoff, maybe, because I have quite a few 10-2 teams in the SEC so far. So yeah, if this were to all pan out the way I think it would for all these teams, it would be quite interesting. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, man. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think about my predictions? What do you agree with, disagree with? Let me know, man. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.